Welcome back to the Pirate Ragnar Moto Vlog channel. The more I say that now, the less I think that's actually what this is going to be moving forward. But I have been gone for a while. And right now, it's time to get the birds out. So, good morning, handsome boys. Good morning. So, I really just wanted to fill everybody in a little bit on where I've been and what I'm really hoping to do with this channel. I've obviously been gone for quite a while. The first year and a half of COVID lockdowns and everything, I think I handled pretty well. And then the last 6 months to 8 months, I've not handled nearly as well. I've had my ups and downs, as we all have. Good morning, Heath. Here is our wonderful, beautiful Heatherson. Come on, handsome boy. Hey. So we'll go right there. And then we have Saffron. Mr. Saffron. Hello, Saffron. Good morning, handsome boy. Good morning. Oh, you're still a baby. He's still a baby. So he's not up. Yes. Good morning, handsome boy. You are such a good looker. He is. He really is. Hi. How you doing? Do you guys want some chop? Here you go. There you go. Do you want some chop? Let's get that taken care of. So, outside right now, here in BC, it is raining. Which is a nice change from the snow that we've had here in Squamish for way longer than we should have snow here in Squamish. Oh, is that right? Did you want to say something? Did you got something to say there, mister? Hey, how are you doing? This is Heath. He's a bit older. He's about a year older, a little more than that, than Saffron. Different kinds of birds. I know he is a ringneck. Saffron is a ringneck. And I'm really bad with... I'm just getting used to birds. Chelsea is the birdaholic, isn't she? Yes. Yes, she is. He's a good boy. Go ahead and eat your chop there, Mr. Schmister. Hey? He's a handsome fella. And then Saffron, your chop. You ready? Go ahead and... What in the world did I do? Oh! I was not thinking very clearly. And I put his chop in the wrong side. That's probably... Yeah, you telling me off? Who's that? Who is that? That is interesting, isn't it? Wow. That is a handsome devil there, isn't it? And no, sir, I'm not talking about me, but thank you. Alright. But, I'm really hoping to maybe do a cold start of moles today. This is the weather that we're looking at. But we are hopefully very, very close to motorcycle riding season again. That is what I would like, mister. There we go. There we go. Good boy. So, something in this video will be motorcycle related. It will be me going outside in a few minutes and trying to cold start moles. Which would be really, really nice if it actually happens. She's been on the trickle charger for a few days just to make sure that everything is above board. We'll see if that actually works. I'm just going to sit down here in my office for a moment. Because before we get to that, I would just like to talk about what's been happening, why I've been gone, and I guess what the Pirate Ragnar actually means. So I think in all the time I've been posting videos on YouTube over the last couple of years, only one person has actually mentioned and guessed correctly what that reference is. And it's something that means a lot to me, but it's not something that I've been very vocal about the last couple of years because I've been in my own headspace and I've really not known how to present my beliefs on these things. But that needs to change. I can feel that I need to have this outlet. It's something that I always thought I would be way more vocal about. Let me take a step back. It's something I was way more vocal about when I was younger. Anybody who knew me growing up knew that I was never shy to discuss politics and philosophy. I had a passion for philosophy, and it's something that I actually always thought I would do more schooling for and continue. I adore writing, and I thought I would be much more active in that. Getting a career that actually pays money so that I can start a family and get all those things going has taken priority over the last couple of years. On a positive note, I am now married. Chelsea and I got married back in September. So that was very, very exciting. And hopefully, within a little while, a couple of years, we'll have started a family. And that all leads to why I'm so terrified to do that here in Canada with everything that's happening and what the pirate Ragnar actually means. So Ragnar Daneskjöld is a character from Ayn Rand's Atlas Shrugged, which is, quite simply put, my favorite book of all time, the most influential piece of writing that I have ever read, and something that I really thought was going to be a framework for my entire life. But it is something that has fallen to the wayside for whatever reason. And I think what that is just me lacking the courage to really stand up for my convictions and speak on the things that I truly believe. So I know this channel has never delved into politics and philosophy previously. It wasn't really my intention to begin with. I always kind of want to start a different channel where I could rant and rave about the things that I think of and keep the Pirate Ragnar Motovlog channel as motorcycle specific. But if I'm being honest, there's very little that I think about when I'm on the bike other than those kinds of things, because it's a great time to escape and get into my head and really mull ideas over. And I'd really like to just share that instead of artificially trying to focus on things that are just very specifically motorcycle related. And I understand this channel doesn't have a ton of subscribers. I have 100 and something wonderful subscribers that have been with me for quite a while. And I am very aware that me not producing the same content that I did before very well may result in me losing many of you. And I won't blame you. You guys didn't sign up for somebody who's going to rant and rave about politics and his philosophical beliefs on things. But it's important to me. And even if I lose every single subscriber on the channel, I will not be offended, and I will at least feel that I'm doing what's right in my heart and actually discussing the things that are important to me. So when it comes to that, I'll give you a very, very brief introduction. Ayn Rand is the originator of a philosophical movement known as objectivism. In a political sense, we are hardcore capitalists. I believe in a laissez-faire capitalist society. I disregard the notion that the state's job is to control me or to do anything other than to protect my rights and your rights so that we can voluntarily live in mutually beneficial arrangements. And if we don't like each other, then we don't have to interact with each other. That's very, very much boiling it down to a bare minimum, and I'd love to dive into more of that stuff as time goes on. But obviously what's happening in Canada and really the world over right now is terrifying. The idea that regardless of your thoughts on the efficacy of a vaccine or the efficacy of masks and all of that stuff, regardless of what you think about it, I cannot comprehend the kinds of people who think it is okay for the government to force these kinds of things on you. I know it's really, really easy to jump to conclusions or to jump to the most hyperbolic representations of those kinds of things, like referring to these things as in reference to things like what happened in the 1930s and 1940s in Germany. But I think you're delusional if you don't see the correlation there. We've gone out of our way since the 40s to really make sure that governments know their place and to know that violating the sanctity of my body, to violate the sanctity of your body without our agreement on it and without coercing us into it is the foundation of a social contract that we have that forms a government. And if the government thinks that it's their job to dictate what I can and can't do, and to make me a second-class citizen if I don't do exactly as they say, inject exactly what it is that they tell me to inject into my body, that I then can't go to my, a friend's place and socialize with them, that I'm not able to go to restaurants, and here in Canada soon I won't be able to go to Walmart, and I'll be paying higher taxes simply because of my right to make decisions about my body. It just baffles me to no end that there's anybody on the planet that thinks that that's an okay thing, while simultaneously saying, oh, no, I'm not a communist, I'm not a statist. But anyways, I won't lament about that in this video. Like I said, I just wanted to make an appearance again. I want to give people the heads up that when the weather improves and I get back out on the road, yes, I want to have motorcycle content. Yes, I still love working on motorcycles, and I love riding motorcycles. But I'm not going to refrain or abstain from discussing the things that are important to me and the things that impact all of our lives. So with that said, I genuinely hope you'll stick around and listen to some of my rants and raves. I don't know how quickly that's going to happen. One thing I would like to say right off the hop is I have an employer that is wonderful. I love the job that I'm doing right now. I love the company that we are building, and under no circumstances is anything that I say on this YouTube channel a reflection of what my employer, what the people who we've built this business together represent, or what they think. I certainly don't speak on behalf of the rest of my family or my friends. I would hope that there would be some agreement with the things that I say, or some understanding, but I'm not speaking for them, I'm speaking for myself. So take that as it were, and I hope people understand that anything that I say that I disagree with here, please feel free, have that conversation with me. Tell me what you think, tell me what you like or dislike about what I have to say, but don't pretend that that this is a reflection on anybody else who, again, as a capitalist, I believe they have the voluntary option of interacting with me. What I say does not represent what anybody else thinks or believes, and we're going to leave it at that. So if you're the kind of person who's going to attack somebody else because of something that I say, then you are just the lowest of the low, and it's as simple as that. So that said, let's quickly say hello to the animals that you guys haven't seen in a while. Sadly, a few weeks ago, and hopefully I can say this without getting too emotional, Secret passed away. So my wonderful, beautiful kitty that I've had for 18 years, that's actually half of my life. The morning that she passed away, it really hit me just how long she's been a part of my life, and yeah, she's gone. But Mr. Dexter is here. Who's a handsome fella? Yes, sir. And here is Mr. Marlowe. Hey, you beautiful fool. I don't know why I called him a fool, but he kind of is a little bit. I don't know where everyone else is right now. Prometheus! Prometheus might be outside, actually. What's that? Who's that? Hey, you handsome boy. How's it going? Oh, are you insane? You are insane, aren't you? There you go. And then Rocket. Let's quickly find Rocket. Oh, hey, beautiful. Hello. She's become such a cuddly, wonderful kitty since Secret left. She spends most of her time in my room now, and I think she knew that I just needed the extra comfort, the extra love and affection. And now quickly, before we end this video, let's just hop outside and let's see if malls will start on a cold start. I will preface this by saying I doubt that it will happen, but it'll be fun trying nonetheless. All right, let's see here. So it is at charged, maintained. It was saying 100% earlier, so that's good. Let's go ahead and take these leads off. We will get her turned on. Good to go. Let's make sure the petcock is. I never turned it. Go figure. There's probably little gas stains under here from leaking fuel over the winter, but again, it is what it is. So, and it looks like we still have some wiring issues that were never fully solved last year. So that's awesome. Well, it was worth a try. It looks like the battery is good to go, but there must be something else going on. We have full circuit for the wiring because our lights and everything are coming on. Let's see what under load it's saying for volts. Yeah, we're at around 10.5, 10.4, so we're good to go. She would be able to boot if the solenoid would actually fire over, which it seems like it does not want to. So, but it's not like I would really be able to do a whole lot of riding right now anyway. Let's take a... It's raining, it's gross, and it's miserable. We have had so much snow in Squamish this year that it's incredibly unseasonal. Typically we get maybe 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks of snow, and the snow has come and stuck around since, well, it would have been mid-November at the latest. I think even earlier than that. I think we may have even had snow as early as late October. So that's led to all sorts of things, from our roof leaking because it's a flat roof and we had a flood up there, to all kinds of shenanigans. But let it be said that I'm pulling myself out of the dark place, and I want to start making videos again, and I hope that you all will stick around and join me for the journey that inevitably I will have. We will get back to some motorcycle stuff. I should probably turn Malls off again. And finally, just a word to some of the longtime viewers that reached out to me over the last couple of months. You know who you are. I really, really appreciate it. I'm hoping I didn't lose those specific people in the time it took me to get to this part of the video. But thank you, everyone. With what's going on right now, I mean, I just want to send my support to the truckers out in Ottawa. I think there's an important distinction between what's happening in Ottawa now and the kinds of protests or riots that have happened over the last couple of years in various places. I think it's really, really important that if you are watching mainstream media and you have a misconception about what's going on, you are on YouTube right now. There is literally hundreds and hundreds of hours of raw footage of people wandering around Ottawa, checking out what's going on, recording it for posterity, and you need to watch it and see for yourself. Make your own judgment about what's happening. And for that, for those people who are willing to do that, I, again, thank you. It doesn't mean you have to agree with what's going on, but you should definitely make those decisions and those judgments for yourself.